actually going to help attack until we're almost all dead?
No, I'm going to wait until all of you are dead, and then I'm going to ride in and rescue you all.
Again?
Yes, that's clearly what I'm going to do. Well, Rampage, the point of last battle was I was attempting to wait to see where I'd be most needed, and the hobgoblins took longer to do anything than I expected. I'm just like, screw it. Just jumped in to start hitting things because I was bored.
Wow.
I really expected that I would have to come help you, but because you were more of a ranged character.
Mm-hmm. So are we gonna play? I'm in the forest. I'm in the forest.
Are we on? Are we going? All right. So we pick this up.
Yeah, they were odd.
And Nick, he really didn't help until the end.
We pick this up. We pick up this notice. We lick our wounds.
I would like to note, Rampage, I was never once hit.
I know!
They tried very hard. Didn't do them from a lot of good.
What am I rolling for here? Okay. I don't. I'm just not. I am, yeah, well, obviously, if I want to, I read the notice.
You read the notice? Library? Here, what is this snow? Over here.
Notice,
what is this thingy?
Head toward Dwemer or something? Maybe?
Alright.
Can't read it.
Are we looking for Dwemer ruins from Skyrim?
So
What is it? What is it? What is it? Is it cheeseburgers?
It's absurd.
Alright, so I read the notice.
Something that my character will never consume.
And I'm not seeing any reason why I wouldn't share this.
Yay!
Head towards Dimmerhorn and reinforce the local garrison. We have plans to further fortify the location. From here, we can secure the mountain pass in the west, which will lock down the region. From Forlov, the Spoiler.
So, surprise, the hobgoblins are up to evil.
Well, did it say lockdown from or lockdown for?
We'll further fortify the location. From here, we can secure the mountain pass.
Yes, but what after that?
And we'll lock down the region.
Okay. So what's interesting is they say mountain pass, which suggests that they either don't know that there are other ones, or they already have them locked down.
DK, do you have a map?
Well, I mean, even if you just lock down one, it makes people have to travel weeks around, right?
Yeah.
The question is what they plan to do with the mountain pass.
Yes, that is a very good question.
I wonder.
Or do you just have one that you could paste? Can you paste it in so we can put it on the screen so everyone can look at it? And is this something we would have as a player group?
Yes, I have a map.
So we don't get a map?
Oh.
Okay, so
But obviously it's to the west of us, and we know that there's a mountain range there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
well, I mean,
Right along the river.
that's fine. It's fine.
So let's head onwards and outwards.
Did we ever figure out what areas Nick's character knows? What is your?
Well, yeah, because last time we decided to choose, you just told me it was unimportant.
Yeah, well, it becomes kind of important because. Okay, so then what we're deciding at this point then is the region we're in is not a region he knows. Because if he knows the region, it is hugely important. Yep, which we're on right now. So we're not journeying through a land that he knows. That's fine. So we're deciding now that he doesn't know this area, which is great. That's fine.
Oh yeah, I wasn't planning. We're probably
Because
on like the edge of.
because Rampage doesn't know this area either. So yeah, well that wouldn't help him either. He wouldn't know that either. He only knows.
Well,
north.
that's not necessarily true though.
That we
Because my
Okay.
character is a wanderer, so he's been doing quite a bit of wandering. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. But no, Mr. B, the point is, this is probably about the edge of Markwood, and I wouldn't know the edge of Markwood.
It's fine.
Okay.
So Rampage only knows north. He knows 4 lands up north. So west, anywhere west. This land he doesn't actually know. He knows the region above this. So there's no advantage at this point from him. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm going to make DK do this with me later, but
No, that's fine.
it's not at the top of my list of things to do.
And I'm from north as well, so I don't know that I would know where Dimmelworth is, or if there's a local garrison there. Well,
And really, we need to get the lumber and head back to the town and let them know about this hobgoblin threat.
You know,
So
I
we
really don't
choose
think
to
we
go
do
back
actually.
right now and let them know, or are we going to finish getting this lumber? I think we shouldn't waste
No.
the week we've already spent.
No. We're getting this lumber. We're getting this lumber. I'm not going back.
you've already
You want to
paid
go
for
back?
you've already paid for the wagon. You're getting your lumber.
But here's the thing: is there's no reason to go back now, because essentially all you're doing is cutting, a day of travel off. It's not a big enough deal that we can't just stick here for a few hours and cut lumber.
And we definitely are paying for the arborist.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. So off we go.
Yeah, I'm going back to the blacksmith.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, we're going
I'm
to
just walking back
gather
to
our
Black.
group and then move on. We need to get the lumber.
No, not particularly. They're hobgoblins.
Well,
Shit, taking.
from what I understand, they'd only be using, like, nasty stuff. Like,
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
The only
looting
thing,
bodies is heavily frowned upon.
the only thing we would take is make sure Rampage has his arrows. So, all right. So the other thing we do
I will take.
is
I will take my arrows from the hobgoblin that are in the hobgoblin.
the
I will take
hobgoblin.
those from him.
So
Yay!
So the other thing that I think we need to do is just move these dead hobgoblins off of the path and into the trees.
Okay, so let's.
Yep.
You know, Dan,
Go.
I want to ask you a question. Do we really need to tell the townsfolk about the hobgoblins?
Yeah. So Dwemerhorn is quite nearby.
I mean,
If we don't tell them, they are at risk.
Yeah,
because what this sounds for me is that they plan to go take a mountain pass, and what I think this really means is they're going to send up a bunch of their weakest troops to go die in a cold mountain pass.
Well, even if the town decides not to do anything about it, which there's a good chance they won't be able to, it's not like we've got a big army.
Yeah,
but
the thing,
if
the
they
thing
don't
I think
know,
that is
they
more,
could send a merchant through unguarded to go up the mountain pass.
Yeah, but I don't think they would have to. I don't think they would send a merchant through the mountain pass at all, unguarded, because you'd want guards to deal with wolves and other beasts.
Okay. But now they'll know
either way,
there's no hobgoblins,
we-
and they may be trying to close the pass. At
we
least
can
that'll be
always-
a warning.
we can always go check out Dimmerhorn and that local garrison.
I don't know. I was told, it's a bad idea to go there, and we should stick around the village.
What I think you should really do, personally, is I think you should inform certain friends of yours, Mr. Elven Emissary, of this.
Well,
I mean, definitely, but we'll also need to inform the local townsfolk. We can start with just the mayor, see what
yeah, he's a shady character.
He's still the mayor. He was elected. They trust him.
He's far too friendly.
You haven't even met him yet. You haven't met him. You have to act like you don't know anything.
I've talked to the people.
You have to act like you don't know anything.
Let's go get this.
Actually, I want to bring something up. Mr. B's been in this town for a while, hasn't he?
No, I just arrived.
Yeah, he shouldn't know anything about anyone, especially the mayor, because he hasn't even visited the mayor.
Yeah, but I mean, it's easy to hear things about the mayor when you work at the inn.
Yep.
I mean, come on. You know how loose tongues get when they drink.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like a lot of people talk with the mayor.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing is that the mayor's not very important at the moment.
Wow.
Right, let's go get some wood.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So he just kind of...
Well, this was a much larger force than we thought.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So, what you're saying is that we took out the force of hobgoblins meant to reinforce the area, and the group of people who went out to look for the hobgoblins when they didn't show up.
Hmm?
Well, I'm glad we're in capable hands.
Oh, don't forget. By the way, don't forget the silver and copper ore thing we found. No, I'm reminding the other players.
Yeah, no, we're mapping
Yeah,
our way
but
as
that's
we
like
go.
5 days back, which is pretty close to the village.
Yeah, that's why I'm telling you not to forget. Forget about it. I mean,
I already
that
forgot,
could either
so
be a
thank you for
good boon
reminding.
to the town, or we could sell that information to someone who could use that.
Or you could lay a claim to it and start mining it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
I need the
guess-
best arrows
I
in
guess
the world.
We ask them what happened, and that's all right.
That's all right. Okay.
All right. Little,
Okay.
Little crazy dwarf.
And why did Nick leave the call?
Oh,
Start the commercial. Start the commercial. So, commercial break. Oh my goodness. It's commercial break. Come check out Rampage. Come check out. Wow. It sounds like our Wi-Fi. Doing it. Doing it. Click add to all. Mm-hmm.
should be ringing.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Technology.
All right.
Sorry about that. My Wi-Fi is apparently just gone.
No worries.
That sounds like our Wi-Fi daily.
All right.
Yeah, I was interested. I was like trying to like respond to what Dan was saying about laying a claim to it, and then just I stopped hearing people talk, and I looked at my thing and I'm like, guys, then I just checked my Wi-Fi. It was I'm not there anymore. Yeah, I mean, as a response to what you're saying, Dan, we could lay a claim to it. The
Yes.
question is, do we want to bother paying someone to go out there and do that, and then trying to manage that? Because that would probably require pooling of resources to properly manage it for us. So, I suppose if we wanted, we could pool resources together to try to manage something like that. It depends on how expensive that would end up being.
I mean, yeah.
And how much copper and iron was it?
Well, it was silver and copper.
Well,
And I
well,
personally have no interest in any of that. So
I
You don't have any
need the god arrows. I need
What's that?
I need the best arrows.
I mean, I think what this could be good is if we all put in the money to put in do it, because if that's expensive, that could make us lots of money in the long run. And could
It's
be
expensive
useful for our
It's expensive to like.
fair enough, but I'm all yeah.
The question is, do we want to take the time to do He could
Okay.
be good claim. The blacksmith has no
All right.
desire to lay claim on it.
So hopefully all of this discussion is happening between
While we're traveling?
while we're traveling, and
Mhm.
we're moving forward. Oh, we're there. We're there.
Wilbur is the Arbor Master.
All right, great. So we're cutting
Yeah.
wood. Cut.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to be like... I mean, we could go in on it with him and maybe be like partial owners. Say we all have 10% and he has the remaining 60%.
The other thing we
Yeah.
could do though is we could buy up the claim, and then if he agrees to invest in us for this, we give him. We'll essentially, for other people, we would of course pay. We'd sell these things to them, a good bit above cost to make money. But for him, we'll sell them just barely above cost.
So while this discussion's going on, I'm.
Yeah, but then we have to be minding it and managing it. If he's the main owner and we contribute to getting it set up,
And yeah.
then we don't have to get as involved as selling him materials.
Mm-hmm.
And he has as much of a claim as any of us except for you, because you were the one who noticed it. You've got the best claim. But the rest of us have equal claim with the blacksmith.
Since Mr. B technically found it, he has full claim. None of
That's
us have
true.
anything unless he says we
So it's up to him.
or he doesn't choose to claim it.
He could just give it to the town.
What you gotta do?
Whatever he wants with it because he found it.
Yeah, it is technically your decision. B.
I mean, if Mr. B doesn't want to make that decision, he can pass that decision to someone else. But
Yeah.
I wondered if I'm scouting the forest.
Huh.
Fair enough.
I want the best arrows
Well,
possible.
while they're chopping wood,
Is this kind of like a short rest for us? Okay, so I come back, I'm going to trade my leather jerkin for Rampage's hide armor.
Okay.
No, I feel the leather jerkin will serve him better.
quite a bit better.
How do I do that?
So I should be able to do it for you.
I'm going to help carry wood or whatever else I can do in the lumber chopping realm.
Okay. And I'm just laughing. I Beason, you're giving me all this weight.
Okay.
No.
Beason, I want you to have the hide armor. I don't want this.
I will note my Wi-Fi is apparently back, so I rejoined on Skype.
Okay.
Yay.
Yay!
Hopefully it will stay, but you never know.
So, armor class is defined how?
Base 10, and then your dexterity modifier depending on your armor. Some armor doesn't allow a dexterity modifier.
Some armor will also, I think.
Yeah,
know
some
what,
armor has armor
never
class
mind.
of itself, like a shield is 2 armor
Never
class,
mind.
but you start out with.
I added, I removed the hide armor and re-added it.
Yes, I don't want this hide armor. The hide armor is worse than my normal. Like the stuff I currently have equipped.
Yeah, the hide armor gives him absolutely no additional
Yeah,
armor.
I think the leather jerkin works better due to his high dexterity, as I recall.
Yeah. Yep, that's what
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
That's why he's trying to get rid of them. Trying to get rid of the hide armor, and he gets the hide armor instead because it will give him more armor.
There you go.
Mhm.
Yeah, for Mr. B, they should be the same.
It bumps him up 1. Well, I can't find leather jerkin in the inventory.
Yeah, I can tell you the stats on it if you want to create the armor.
I just added leather armor to him.
Yeah. It's leather corselet is the one that's 12 plus dexterity. Leather jerkin is 11 plus dexterity. But it's just one different armor class. One's more expensive than the other.
So it's 11 plus dexterity?
For the
Yes.
jerkin.
Okay. That should get then.
Can I equip all the armor I currently have and the leather jerkin?
No.
Leather?
I don't think
No?
you can.
No, you can only have one. You can have a shield, but then you can't be using a bow. So probably don't want one of those.
Yeah, I'll stick with what I currently have.
Yeah.
Yeah. It,
Mhm. Of course.
I appreciate
He's a
this.
professional.
He's not needlessly killing trees.
So I go over to the armor master and I engage in conversation about his style of cutting wood.
yeah.
I,
Oh.
Well, I'm not really. I'm not really attempting to learn more about wood, although, given my background, I might actually know a lot about wood. I'm really trying to endear myself to him. So.
Uh,
That would be very nice to be able to do. Be able to do something and still have a conversation and act like the conversation isn't even existing because you're still doing everything else just as well.
DK, I'd like to speak to the blacksmith. And I'd like to question him as to whether he knows any good carpenters in town.
Okay,
Cooper.
so
I don't think I've heard of one of those.
They make barrels.
I don't think that's very good for building houses.
um
I mean, I don't know that building barrels necessarily translate to being good at building houses. At least I wouldn't think so, though. I don't build barrels.
okay.
Yeah, you got a bug. Yeah, computer bugs are a problem.
So
Yes.
I could. That's fine. It's like,
So while
this is good
everyone's cutting
information.
the trees, I'm like running around and climbing all the trees.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah, I will note in this conversation that I was looking to hire one to build me a house.
He built the rest of the houses.
Which direction are they coming from?
North.
That's where many of us are from, as I know.
Okay.
Yes, I have been very far north before. Very far south, too. It's been a while, though. Ground turns frosty everywhere, my friend. What? You don't... What? You don't like yourself in eternal winter?
Is it always Christmas?
Yes, actually. But I don't know what this Christmas is. Well, what is this Christmas you speak of?
It's Midwinter's Eve.
Oh, yes, we have Midwinter's Eve. Actually, since winter is just eternal, there really is no midwinter.
So you celebrate every day.
Yes, sure. Yes, you come to my home and we shall celebrate every single day.
I'm not coming to your home. There's no trees. It sounds cold. I'll stay here where it's warm.
Oh, no, there are lots of trees. They're all green and they don't really move or don't have leaves.
Not convincing me.
I'm going to
They're
yell
right
at him.
behind you.
I'm going to yell. I'm going to yell at him. Oh no, the trees have surrounded you.
And then while he's doing that, he accidentally throws his axe and hits the tree I'm on,
Yes, clearly.
and the tree starts to fall.
Yeah, he chops the tree he chops the tree you're in because he starts chopping the tree you're in because he thinks the tree has kidnapped you.
And I'm like, no, stop cutting the tree!
I'm gonna yell at Wilbur. He's afraid of the trees and he wants to murder them all. I mean, I don't know whether an elf is a boy. I mean, I hear they live a very long time, so it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, I'm like 900 years old, but I'm still rendered as a kid.
Athletics check or acrobatics.
Acrobatics, probably.
How? How?
Click it on your sheet. It's the
Here.
top in
Get
your
on the
skills.
sheet.
If you share your screen with me, I can help you point it. I can point it out to you.
I have apparently a +6.
That's because it's based on your dexterity.
And he's proficient in it. So
That's also true.
Hold on. I would. I rolled a 26. Huh. I did a front flip while the tree was falling, and I landed on my feet.
Saving the little boy at the
Yeah,
same
so
time.
I did a front flip. I grabbed the boy, and then I landed on my feet with the boy in my hands.
And then the tree lands directly next to him.
Yes, and the tree blows up. And I'm like, that was a perfectly good tree.
Not a single splinter touches him or the boy.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so
I'm going to use this as evidence that he has to be at least 100 years old, because this is clearly the work of someone who's been practicing athletics for a very long time.
No, I am like 1,000 years old. No,
I don't think
I
elves
wouldn't
live
be
that
1,000.
long.
You would be an older. I'm gonna get up and walk over to this crazy dwarf and try to calm him down and have a conversation with him.
Which one?
The crazy dwarf.
Yeah.
There's only one dwarf.
No, the crazy dwarf.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna again engage in endearing conversation and I'll ask this guy why he doesn't like the trees so much or why he thinks they're moving. Okay.
I'd like to yell over my shoulder, "There's another one right behind you!" Hold on. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for that. I was just trying to interrupt your conversation.
16.
Okay. I'm gonna try to convince this guy to give me his axe. Or at least put it away. He is clearly a threat.
I'm going to yell at him. I think all the trees are sleeping.
And I tell him,
Okay.
okay.
But look at how many trees he cut down. I mean, I didn't think it'd be that stupid to cut a tree down while someone was in it. But trees don't move. I've never seen a tree move.
The elves began it long ago.
And then,
Trees should not move. It's strong.
and then he sees me climbing up another tree. And while all that's happening, I'm just climbing up another tree. Instead of just like wailing at them, just like.
I go over to Albert and I ask him about the rest, whatever he put into that tea.
Mm.
Is he gonna tell me which ones? Okay. Okay.
Okay. Well, that's good.
All right.
That is very, very good.
So how long are we cutting down trees for?
Excellent.
Okay.
I would have to agree.
All right.
And all that's happening, I'm just running ahead and scouting out over and over again. Jumping from tree to tree.
And by jumping, he means stealthily jumping, because you wouldn't be able to hear him if... Anyway.
Yeah, stealthily jumping across tree to tree. Perception. Here.
There.
Here.
And my dog's also running around as well, so...
I see. I have a 15. I. Okay. Ah.
Okay, I'll follow after him. Another rock. Okay. Of course.
Perception. A 22.
Sure. Yeah.
Do you want to warn anyone? Okay.
This would make a good parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you're not gonna warn us or tell us or anything?
Is it...
Be a good place to stop, get some water.
Yeah.
Maybe do
What time of day are we looking at right here? So this would be a good place to do camp for the night?
Beason.
Yep. So
Yeah.
everybody gets to mark this at this point.
Yeah.
Well, I think we would all stop there. And that's where we would park for the night.
He's insisting that we make camp here. What I think he's getting at.
No,
I know.
No, DK
Like,
would
why
never do
wouldn't-
that to us.
We'd only just do that to us.
Yep.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Seems
I think it's a good idea.
perfectly fine for me.
We've
We've
got
been
a
cutting
few
wood
days
all
of
day.
journey back.
No reason to overdo ourselves.
Rest.
I don't see any reason to keep going.
Yeah.
Don't want to push ourselves too much.
Are there injuries? Is anyone injured?
I'm at max
'Cause
health.
I was never hit. You know what? He can heal the NPCs because I'm sure they were hurt. Well, I mean, you did suggest that they were surrounded by bodies, so. Yeah, but you know, they still could have gotten a few scratches.
Yeah, a few scratches, a few patches, a few matches.
Besides, I imagine the dwarf got himself scratched a few times by those trees.
Yes, those trees are very harmful. They can surprise you.
No, I'm going to sleep.
Sip. Slip.
I'm just going to keep watch, use my elven sleep, so they can rest easy.
Yeah, I didn't even care. I just went to sleep.
If there's any, I sit around the campfire chatting with everyone again. I'm making friends. And for as long as that goes on, and also I've got my dog kind of scouting and guarding.
Okay.
Dog needs sleep sometime.
You can come curl up with me when we all go to bed.
I'm going to eat and then sleep. Do you want me to roll a D100 or something? Okay.
Yeah, remember, DK is not a liar. Except when he is. I'm sorry. I like sowing doubt in the others.
Wow. No, I do not.
Isn't it Pip?
I don't, but my character does.
I'm asleep. It doesn't matter.
Wow.
How is Pip
Wow.
doing? I mean,
I
he does have
owls
quite the
to be
story
better.
to tell.
Hmm.
He was involved in a battle.
He didn't save
Hey.
us.
He did save us. No, DK. When we get back to town, I'm telling everybody that Pip single-handedly saved all of us and killed all the hobgoblins.
No.
But when I get back to town, that's what I'm telling people.
Okay. I would head down.
DK, I want to tell them that Pip single-handedly killed 20 hobgoblins on his own. And then came in to rescue us from the 5 hobgoblins we were fighting.
Hiya! Hiya!
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need to get back, let him know about the hobgoblins, and deliver the lumber.
Lumber. Hey!
Okay.
Why are the squares so big?
Can you
But
share
it
your
says
screen,
they're
Rampage?
5 feet.
So, let's make sure, I'll help the blacksmith,
But why don't
his, lumber.
why don't you actually head to the mayor's office and ask them where you can deliver the other lumber, and then inform them about the hobgoblins? Because we still have
Very well.
I'm gonna go with because I haven't met the mayor yet.
Okay. And then I'll go with the blacksmith then.
Yes. Do I have
Is it in
a
orange?
package?
Ooh.
Hey,
What is
Rampage,
it?
can you share your screen?
I'll pick it up after I talk to the mayor. First things first. I'm sure it's probably something important, but such is life.
It can wait.
I've got important news, alright. There were hobgoblins.
Can
It-
I
it
roll to
probably
see
won't-
if he?
It probably won't affect anything you might have to tell the mayor in any way.
Oh, of course not.
I want to see if I noticed what he's doing. That he was. He noticed that he had something because. Nope, I didn't see it.
You at an 8.
There's no. I don't know. All right. Off to the
I
mayor
think he
we
said he
go.
was going with me to the mayor.
Yeah, no, I'm going with him.
We're paying attention to.
Yeah. Didn't notice what he noticed. That's fair. All right. On to the mayor.
The new place.
I'll knock on the door. I'll tell her that I have some important news for the mayor.
It's a public
Very
building.
well,
you
Lady
don't
Denise.
knock.
I will, in the future, I will attempt to follow the local customs.
Well, think about it this way. Do you normally knock on the door to like a church or something before going
No.
inside?
Yeah, if it's locked.
I think it very much depends. I was told this was the mayor's home, though.
Well, here's the thing, though, is it's also the mayor's office. So
Well, yes.
the front part of the building is the public portion. You can just walk right in there. But if you wanted to go into his bedroom, that's the point at which you knock.
Nonetheless, I feel like it would be polite to knock. Okay. I am doing well, Ducal. However, I have some terrible news. We ran into some hobgoblins. He's the one who read the note. There were hobgoblins and a note. And I'll give him, or I'll point to the doctor and say, will you tell him what we read? Or what you read? My apologies.
So I introduce myself and make friendly with the neighbor, with the mayor, and all right. So I mention the note said, head towards Dimmerworth and reinforce the local garrison. Blah 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 blah. From Forlove the Spoiler. Have you ever heard of this Forlove the Spoiler before?
I noticed you didn't mention that they planned to take over the mountain pass.
Well, he said blah, 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 blah.
I read the whole
I think
note.
that was included.
I walk in to follow him.
And well,
I
there-
vote you attempt to follow him anyway.
and while all this is happening, I'm just running around the village, just like, yeah.
I've gone back with the blacksmith to the blacksmith shop.
And then I see a climbable building, and I climb the building.
And then several people yell at you like, "What the heck do you think you're doing? He's got to be crazy. Is he drunk?"
Can I hear what's going on in his office? Knock on the door. Is he putting his armor on? So back away.
It's definitely not Mithril. Oh, I was making a joke.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean the elves would recognize it if it was. Okay, so
He's ready for war.
Yes.
I'll follow him out.
We follow him out.
Um,
I would like to assist him in unloading the wood.
Okay.
oh,
Okay. That's,
And while all
your
that-
your words are very useful to me.
so while they
It's far enough away from the houses to be safe, but you might not be able to tell from where you are.
No, I just kind of ignore it.
I'm willing to share everything. I'm not going to mention the silver and copper ore. I'll leave that to our good doctor, if he wishes to.
That's fine.
Ah, it's pretty spiffy.
Yeah, we're just.
that's nice. So now I can
Um,
move in other.
I asked the
places.
mayor what this whole fire situation is for. Looks like a warning or a beacon light or something. So he's obviously sounded an alarm. Mm-hmm. Okay. I ask him how far. Okay.
And while all that's happening,
So again, I say something along the lines of obviously this is an alarm system. I ask how far Dimmelworth is and how far that garrison might be. How many days walk? So how far is 60 to 80 miles in days?
You can go 20 miles pretty easy in a day
So it's
if
about
you're
3 days
traveling
away.
hard. So,
But I mean, a foot army would probably, depending
they'd
on the
go a lot
size, would probably
slower.
be traveling slower.
But even so, 6 days, 7 days away.
6 or 7 days away. Okay.
So they could still, and especially if they're passing through this area to get there, the town could be in danger.
And I ask about the mountain pass. I ask him if he has any maps of the area for me to study.
Just like there's only a couple passes through Mirkwood, there's only a couple passes through the mountains.
Well,
Okay.
in my own opinion, they may not necessarily be holding the mountain pass directly. They could be holding the path to the mountain pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would be hard terrain. Okay.
All right. So nothing he's telling me right now is causing me, outside of my character, I guess, any sort of concern. But no, that's not what I mean. My it sounds like everything he's saying. It doesn't sound like he's holding anything back or being deceptive or doing anything like that.
Okay.
No.
So
This is
my primary concern in all of this, and if anything, my mission is to find and determine how far the shadow is spread. So I ask him if hobgoblins and other shadow type creatures in this area is common or ever heard of, or so this is
Yeah, the Elf Tower is to the east and south. Glimmerhorn is south and west. So they've spread quite far. And if they're in both places, then the town is half surrounded.
Okay.
As in, journeying will get pretty difficult if you want to go anywhere but north.
I don't like that. So it's basically completely new.
Right, what the hobgoblins are doing is new and of concern.
And while this is happening, I'm going to the inn to eat again. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
It's hot. All right. All right.
Very nice.
No, it's called Shadow of War. No, Jacob. It's called Middle Earth. DK, it's called Middle Earth. Yeah, I don't. I was thinking of the damn dwarf.
What?
It's called Middle Earth Shadow of War.
I ask our fine emissary what he knows about Dimmerhorn.
I'll tell him that I have some notes and a map of the area, and I was told that that was a very dangerous area. And that I should avoid it at all costs.
So now I'm confused.
Very dangerous.
So now I'm confused, right? Because the emissary is saying it's very dangerous, and the mayor didn't sound like he thought it was dangerous at all. Am I missing
the
something?
mayor.
He didn't know. Okay.
See, the mayor. The mayor.
But the
thought
mayor
that there was
now
nothing.
knows it's dangerous because the hobgoblins are there.
Well, there's a
The-
local
the-
garrison there.
The mayor
right?
is. The mayor is unconcerned about them trying to hold the mountain pass.
Yes,
What?
but he said the hobbits might be in some trouble being close to Dwemerhorn.
All right.
So we may want to look in on them. And
Yeah,
besides,
well-
that was what we
Yeah.
have on the community board.
Oh wow.
I am.
I shall continue my small talk with the blacksmith.
Okay.
Now that I've answered all the questions, I had.
I can. Shadow law or regular law?
/W, the name.
I heard a giant whoosh. I think the trees are attacking. I think the
Yes,
trees
the
are
tree-
attacking us again.
The trees are assaulting the village.
Yes.
That went to everybody.
Yeah.
read it.
I can't read it.
You can't. You can't see
I
his
can't
screen
read
again?
it either.
Okay. I'm going to ask the mayor if there's anything I can do as part of his militia, or can I sign up to be a part of his militia? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'll let him know that I'm available whenever needed. And if he has nothing further for me at the moment, I'll go check on my package.
Okay.
Hmm? Oh, I didn't tell him about the package, but very well.
It's a biscuit.
Yes.
Do I notice?
I feel like you're watching me very closely. Should I be aware of that?
I watch everything very closely.
So, 15.
I'm going to open the package inside my house with the door shut. Okay.
You might have to go get an orange.
Noted. Is the mayor still around? I ask him who owns all the land around about a day's travel away. In the direction we went. No. The direction in the area of where that stone was. For the purpose of the ore.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so no one owns it.
Nobody.
Oh, I don't mention anything about that. I just asked who owned the land.
Well, you know what? The doctor is a woodman, so
Yeah.
Whatman.
Um.
and he also has a map up.
So, yeah, no, I don't think I have any others right now. Oh,
Yes,
fine. I thank the mayor for his time. Ask him if he needs us to do anything, and if he doesn't, or needs me,
Uh huh.
Dawn.
Yeah. I know. I mean, beats the rules.
I did send Dan off to do it, and then Dan forgot.
I had important news about hobgoblins.
Okay, yeah. So then, by the way, we would have told him because we would have told him on the way to go get the wood. We met the. So I guess that's one of those community board things. We did the. Yeah, it's, so that was number one, right? Several residents are in need of wood. Okay.
Well, technically, the wood is in my possession because I paid for the arbor master.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I let him know that we brought the wood back. Obviously, the Spitfire Armory is getting some of that, right? And then the town gets the rest of it. Okay. Okay.
Blacksmith,
But it's
you
good
don't get
quality
any wood.
lumber because we got it from a good location.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we got. So essentially, then the wood carts are kind of left with the arbor master. He left them somewhere. Okay, so we
The lumber
unloaded all the
mill
wood.
is.
We unloaded all the wood then off those carts. Okay. Right. Yeah. So then obviously we let the mayor know that we got the wood. And okay.
So how's my how's my conversation with the blacksmith going? Well, if it's 1 gold between the 4 of us, it'd be 25 gold for me.
25 silver?
Yeah, sorry, 25 silver.
That is some awesome economics.
Yeah.
That's a bit more than the original job agreed upon, sir. Okay. Should I cut this between my comrades, or do they? Okay. It was a pleasure doing business with you, sir. Feel free to.
It's a rich blacksmith.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Yeah, he's gonna give us money and we're gonna give him money. But it's gonna be his money.
Since it's encoded probably the same way, I'm going to go grocery shopping, and I will collect a number of things besides just an orange, and I will fill up a skin of water at the spring and bring them back to my house and then read the message inside.
And I've just finished eating my pizza rolls.
Mm-hmm.
So while he's doing that, I head back to the inn, and I'm going to engage in conversation with all of the friendly people at the inn. Hey. So I'm trying to find out news from around, and I'm asking people about what they know about Dormerhorn, if they know anything, or any other strange happenings that are going on, or what might be considered strange. How far away is this field that's been? Okay. All right.
So DK, I have a question. Does there seem to be anybody else worth talking to around the blacksmith's place? So I take it. So I take it there's currently no one worth talking to around the blacksmith's place. Who's Rachel? No, I don't think you ever told us her name. Oh, okay. I guess I will
Yes,
speak
with
to
the
her.
glasses.
She's the only one I haven't spoken to yet. Okay. So we'll book you reading. Okay, I can wait. understand the need to finish paragraph. I can patiently wait. Okay. I shall continue waiting. TK, is she sitting down? Is she sitting at a table? I will find a place to sit nearby. I will simply find a chair to sit in and wait. The only Cooper in town.
Indeed, and I sent you a response back. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Well, depending on time frames at this point, I mean, I don't know what time it is of the day or how much time has passed, but my intentions would be if there is still time during the day, I'm going to grab Rampage and I'm going to head out to that farm to take a look around. Rampage and the dog.
I say, wait, let me finish this pizza roll.
I say, walk and eat. Let's go.
And there's like 10 more in there. And I'm just like, thank you. And I say, thanks. In this direction. Yeah, it's a very far farm. I have glitched my character.
Yes, please don't move your character outside the map. Bad things happen if you do that.
Okay.
Jafan?
Jathan. Okay.
Jafan.
I am the man, the myth, the legend, Jafan.
No, actually, clearly the grass speaks to him.
It does, actually. So, I ask about this horse and if we can go and see it. Uh-huh. So it's quite common sense what was wrong, but he didn't know what was wrong? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Okay. Okay. So is this something I can... that's fine. So is this something I can fix? All right. So I go ahead and fix the horse. And the horse's name is Shadowfax, right?
I thought it
Darn.
was Shadowfax. I mean, isn't it a
No,
black
no, the horse is actually named Bob.
Hmm.
Just remember, before you buy a horse, check the
horse's name is
Shadowfax.
Jerry. His name is Jerry.
That is,
Gandalf's horse.
yeah, Gandalf's horse. It is the image of the horses of long ago, the prince of all horses, faster than any horse, more intelligent than any other horse, etc., etc., etc.
It's
All right.
been so long since I've seen Lord of the Rings, I wasn't even aware his horse was special anymore.
He's far more special in the book.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Prince of all horses.
Yeah, he's definitely more prominent in the books. OPEX. So I'm obviously trying to figure out what's going on with the land. Does it? It looks like it's. Okay. Yeah, but so I'm trying to find this farm that's got the bad land. Yeah. If he wants to do that, yeah. All right. You want to go riding some horses? All right. We'll ride some horses. Uh-huh.
Completely black.
Brown.
And I ride a completely black one.
It has red glowing eyes.
No, it's all black. Okay. What is mine? Davax.
All right.
North.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Is it blight? All right. So, ask him who's responsible for this land.
Okay. Okay.
And when did this cursing or blighting of the land begin? Who is primarily responsible for working this piece of land? But this one is the only one that's seeing this kind of light, or is it spreading? Does it okay, so I want to go to the northernmost part of this farm. All right, so we follow that. Okay, so it's less than it is. Okay. Or coming from the north, right? So further north it looks less, but on that trail south it looks more.
And I'm gonna roll a perception check so I know so I know if I see it or not.
Well, if that's an option, then I'll do the same.
A 12 and a 15. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to determine is whether or not it's coming from there and staying. Yeah. All right, so we head back to the farm, I guess, and so no one's. They all work in all of the farms. I'm asking this JFOD guy, but I'm. Who works on this one? Because
Everybody. Everybody
don't-
works on every farm.
It may not be any of the villagers that are causing the blight.
yeah, I'm trying to figure out who would be hanging out there.
Essentially, everybody would be working that field who works on any of the fields.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
any one of them could have done it. Or it might be no one in the village, but someone watching the village.
Looking for. Oh, that's better.
At 22.
So it might.
Something that may not be there.
No, I think it's something that's there. All right. So they. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And I'm gonna roll a perception check so I know if I actually see this or not. Because
Well,
Like-
you already think that this is just normal. There's no reason you'd be looking for this point.
oh yeah.
So it's 9:30.
It is
I
not
feel like I
Dragon
got a lot
Ball
done
Z.
today.
You feel like you
We
got
did
a
get
lot
a lot.
done. You got
Yeah,
some.
I feel like I personally got a lot done today.
And a lot of money.
I really only made money today. Yeah, I
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
I did nothing. I attempted to speak